Hello, today we will be doing Lesson 28, Session 2. I will be doing all the pages with you as I look ahead. The green pages that you normally do on your own are a little bit tricky. So we're going to be doing pages 643 to 648 altogether today in this lesson. Okay, so we're going to get started. Lou has 18 blue buttons and 7 red buttons. How many buttons in all? Remember, in all reminds you that you're going to be adding. Always remember that we read through this 3 times. The first time we read it, we look for some clue words. The second time we think about what we're going to do, and then the third time we begin to work through the problem. So Lou has 18 blue buttons and 7 red buttons. How many buttons in all? Okay, so 18 blue buttons, 7 red buttons. So we know we're going to be adding those. Okay, so I'm going to draw to show my 18. That's 1, 10, and 8 ones. Remember, there's many different strategies that we've learned. You could use a 10 frame. You could use your 10s and 1s. Whatever strategy works best for you. I'm going to draw 10s and 1s. So 1 10 and 8 ones. Plus 7. 7 is a single digit number that goes back to what we learned yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I have 17 plus, oops, I did that wrong. It's 18 plus 7. Okay, so now I'm going to go count to see what that equals. Okay, I only have 1 10 here. I don't have a 10 over here, so I'm just going to count the 10 first and then count the ones. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 18 plus 7 equals 25. Okay, now as we move to the next page, we're going to see the same problem. And I'm going to go back to that page just to remind you how we did it so we can compare how they do it in the model it way and how we did it in the try it way. Okay, so we have the same problem. Lou has 18 blue buttons and 7 red buttons. How many buttons in all? So we're finding 18 plus 7. Notice what it says here. It says make the next 10. Let me explain to you what that means. As you can see, there are a lot of ones. In 18, you have 8 ones, and in 7, you have 7 ones. So over here, you can see this arrow is showing you to take some of your ones from here to make this into a 10 to count it faster. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what they're doing. I know it shows you right down here, but I'm going to show you because it makes it a little bit easier. They're taking away these 2 and they're putting them here, and then they're making that a new 10. Because when you have 8 ones and you add 2 more, now you have 10. And you're left with your 5 over here. You still have the same number. That number is not going to change. You're just moving them from one part of the number to the other. You're like borrowing. Okay? So then you add the 10s and the 1s. Okay? So now when you look here, it says 18 plus 2. The plus 2 is because you took these 2 and you added them to here. When you add 18 plus 2, you can see you have 1 10 here. This is circled because that is another 10. So you have 10, 20. Even though this is not a straight line like a 10, it's just because we moved the ones over to make it a 10. So we put a circle around it. So that means that it still is a 10. Okay, so 18 plus 2 is 20. Plus 5. We still have the 5 ones left over. We cannot forget about those. Okay, so 18 plus 2 is 20. That's why this says 20 here, plus 5. So 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 20 plus 5 equals 25. So 18 plus 7 equals, oops, we did that right here. It's the same thing. 18 plus 7 equals 25. There are 25 buttons in all. Okay, so all we're working today in this lesson is learning how to borrow to make another 10 to help you count it faster instead of having all of those ones like we did here. Okay, so let's go to the next page. So number 1 says, how is your way like model it? How is it different? Okay, you can stay on this page. I'm going to go back to show you. So our way is like the model it because we used our 10s and 1s to help us add 18 plus 7. So that's how it's similar. We both used 10s and 1s. The reason that it's different is because in the model it way, they borrowed to make another 10 to make it faster to count. So that's how it's different. So how does making a 10 help you add these numbers? We're going to write the answer for this one. So we noticed in here, when you go to count and you have 10s instead of all those 1s, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, that goes a lot faster than counting 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm not going to count all of them, but it goes faster. So here where it says, how does making a 10 help you add these numbers? We're going to say, it helps us count faster. Okay, Shanna makes 41 snack bags. Alicia makes 7 snack bags. How many snack bags in all? Okay, so we have 41, we have 7, and we have in all. So we know that we're going to be adding. Shanna makes 41 snack bags. Okay, so we have 10, 20, 30, 41. You can see the 41 is in blue. Alicia makes 7 snack bags. That's in red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many snack bags in all? Okay, so we're adding the 41 plus the 7. You'll notice that they broke apart the 40 in the 1. The reason they did that is so that you just keep all the ones together because you can't make a new 10. So here you're adding your 10s first, which is 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, plus your 1, that gives you your 41. Now we still have our red, which is 7. So we have 40 plus 1 plus 7, and that equals, they want you just to count all the ones together. So here we have 7 and 1 more is 8. So if you have 40 here and 8 inside here, you know that you have 48. Same here. 1 plus 7 is 8. So 40 plus 8 equals 48. 48 snack bags. Okay, so find 67 plus 5. Notice here it says 67 plus 3 plus something. So this is where it's going to get a little bit confusing, so make sure you're paying close attention. Okay, so 67 is in blue. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. How many more ones can we add to this group to make it be 10? You can see this arrow is pointing and it's showing you 3. If you add these 3 circles over here, you're going to have 10 circles inside here. I like to visually do it because it just makes it easier. So I'm going to count 1, I know it's not going to be in there, 2, 3. I'm going to X these out. Okay? So then I have my 2 left here. This is now a 10 because I have taken the 3 from here, I've moved it over here, and I've now made this a 10. So I have 67 plus 3 because I moved those 3 over. I still have these 2 here, so I can't forget about them. So then it's plus 2. Okay, as we go to the next row, this is blank. It wants you to add 67 plus 3. All you're going to do is count all your 10s. So you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. This is a group of 10. You have to count it as 10, not go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a group of 10. So now 67 plus 3 got you to 70. So you have 70, this is 70, plus your 2 right here, 70, 71, 72. 70 plus 2 equals 72, which means 67 plus 5 equals 72 also. So it's a couple more steps, and it takes a little bit longer, but it's also a shorter way to do it. All right, number 5. Tessa counts 23 penguins. Then she counts 6 more penguins. How many penguins does she count? 23 plus blank equals blank, blank penguins. Okay, let's read that again. Tessa counts 23 penguins. Then she counts 6 more penguins. How many penguins does she count? Okay, so we have 23 penguins, 6 more, so you know you're going to be adding 6 more. 23 plus 6. How many penguins does she count? Okay, so there's different ways you could do this. If you have a 100 chart in front of you, you could use that. You could use 10 blocks. You can use whatever strategy works best for you. So 23 plus 6. I'm going to draw my 10s in ones. So 23 is 2 10s and 3 1s. And 6 is a single digit number, so I'm going to draw 6 1s. Then I'm going to count it all together. That looks like a lot of 1s. Could I make another group of 10 like we were doing up here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 9. I cannot make another group of 10. Okay, so let's count how many I have all together. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 23 plus 6 equals 29. 29 penguins. Okay, now we need to find 54 plus 8. Here is our 54. Here is our 8. It looks like I can borrow from these 1s to make this a new 10 to count it faster. How many 1s from the blue do I need to borrow to put into the red to make that a 10? It looks like I have 1, 2 empty spots. So I'm going to X out 2 of the blue, and I'm going to draw the 2 over here to show that I now have another group of 10. So when I go to count my 10s, I need to count this as a 10, but I can't forget these 1s are still here. They still need to be counted. So let's count our 10s first, and then we'll count those 1s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62. See how much faster that was? 54 plus 8 equals 62. Okay, I'm just going to erase this to show you that you would get to the same answer had you counted it just the way it was. So you have 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Okay, I'm going to do part of the green page with you, and then I am going to have you do part of it on your own, just so that you can get the practice in. Okay, so it says find 33 plus 6. So you'll notice that they broke apart, so they drew 33, then they drew 6. They broke apart 33 to be 30 plus 3 plus the 6. So they want you to count the tens first, then count your ones. So 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So 30 plus 3 plus 6 equals, oh, my pen's not working, equals 39. 33 plus 6 equals 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. It equals the same thing. All they did was combine the ones to make it more into a line. They did not have enough to make a 10, that's why there's still one blank there. All right, so let's find 19 plus 9. So here is 19, here is the 9. See how they circled one of the reds to put over here to the blue? That is to make that a new 10. Okay, so when you take 19 and you add one more, which is what we're doing, we're taking this one here and we're adding it there, we now have made a new 10. So 19 plus one more is 10, 20. 19 plus 1 is 20, plus 8. So 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That equals 28. So 20 plus, here's 10, 20, and then you have your 8 red. So it's 20 plus 8, which equals 28. So 19 plus 9 equals 28. All right, I'm going to have you do the next one on your own. Pay attention to the arrow and how it's having you draw those here and X them out here. Okay, if you get confused, you can look back at the one up here, or you can look back on the other pages to the ones that are similar. So you're going to do 3, 4, and 5 on your own. Have a good day.